Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
We're back. We're not back on Instagram yet, so let's pause one moment.
One moment, please. He says horizontal with more energon. I didn't say that.
Okay. Hello, everyone. We're back on Instagram now, too. Hopefully, y'all found us again, because we know that Facebook and all those places don't always tell you we're going live. And I shared to all the groups, so hopefully they came back and found us on our page. That's going to be the hard part about maybe doing this in split ways.
Because
But
you have to share it.
I share it to all the groups, yeah, and we only share the one. So if they don't follow our page, every Johnstown group.
Oh.
And so if they don't follow our page, they've just.
We don't get that many people watching anyway.
No, we don't. We don't. I don't think.
Maybe.
Lena says, "Hell yeah, horizontal." Susan says, "You're back." Michelle says, "Hi again." Suzanne says, "Hello." It doesn't
look too terrible, but it does. How does it go around the corner? Oh my gosh, I wore my Peters Valley shirt though, because today for like celebration. But look, all right.
But look around the corner.
I was hiding.
I know.
How does it go around the corner?
It chose that for the.
Good.
Look at Andrew around. He went around. That's a corner, everybody. That's like around a corner. That fisheye lens or whatever it is in the camera. And of course, that's the portion of the video it chooses to use as the front for Facebook.
Is it like Sauron where it's got the all-seeing eye floating out in Middle Earth or whatever?
Hey, and Michelle says, yay.
Oh, it doesn't look too bad. It just looks like your office supplies.
Yeah, I've got a lot of office supplies in here.
I cleaned the desk, so it should look not terrible.
And all my records and photo albums in the background.
And me hiding.
And Andrew hiding.
Perfect.
So, Warrior Metalsmith is with us. Andrew's over there, and Sylvia Warren has joined us over on Instagram.
Andrea, we're thinking about you today. You know, today's a rough one for you.
Sending good thoughts over there. What is going on with Instagram? It just froze up on me. Hopefully Instagram's still going. Check it, Andrew. Because it froze up on my screen. Froze up over here.
Oh.
Are we frozen over there?
But I'm in the... No, it's going, but it's the old one.
You got... What? It's still showing the old one? You got to refresh that page. What's going on?
Here I am, like, messing around in the back. Well, you know what? Sometimes people like to see your face when you're looking at stuff.
Andrew is sending little hands and hearts, so apparently we're still going.
Yeah, you're going.
Let's see here. There, Andrew Thornton Artist joined us on Instagram.
And then got off.
And then left us again.
I was just checking to see if it go. I'm gonna share it to the design challenge group.
Yeah, at least share it.
You know what we should do?
And the D-Stash. I usually share it to the D-Stash, the design challenge.
Yeah, but I have to delete this stuff from the D-Stash, so I don't usually share there. But anyway, so we should have like a hall monitor. You know how they get like a sash, and then they stand there and they check if you have a pass.
Yes.
So we should designate people to be like a hall monitor, and then they can like share it to certain groups.
Share it to the groups. I know some of our AGB fam are in our Johnstown and our Ligonier groups, because people who are not from here are still, I see them liking our posts in those groups. Anne says, your office is not like when I'm sitting on my couch on FaceTime with my sister and she tells me to vacuum the back of my couch.
Oh my goodness. You all don't even see it because you're just seeing the top.
Yeah.
The floor is where, oh my gosh, our living room looks so bad. I was starting to get a little bit itchy. It's just covered with stuff.
Art supplies, painting.
Yeah. And then the cats keep trying to knock over the paint water.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, do I need to put a lead thing in the bottom of this so that they can't knock it over?
Knock it over.
Oh my gosh.
They love to play with your paintbrushes.
It drives me crazy. Mm-hmm. Luckily, Tallulah, since she's been the wallpaper cat, I'll show you what we're talking about so that y'all don't be like, what are you talking about?
The wallpaper cat.
Let me show.
So every day,
We have a ranking system.
Andrew decides who gets on his wallpaper
Who's gonna be the favorite
on his phone. And Gertie got knocked out for Tallulah. That's
and
Tallulah.
She's hateful.
And Gertie has been hateful now toward Andrew.
I was like, how come the cat is hateful?
She does.
She gets so jealous. I was like, I did not know that the cat knows about the phone.
Yep.
But
well, Tallulah, you showed it to her and she started kissing the phone, you said.
She started kissing the phone.
She was the last to get on wallpaper. She hadn't gotten, everyone else had been on the wallpaper.
So normally she steals a lot. So she gets not picked because she's a thief. And it drives me crazy because I'll be working on something and she'll run and pick something up and then look at me all cute and then run out the room with it and string it out all over creation. And that's not cute.
Yeah.
So she doesn't get picked a lot.
No, but she did now. And Gertie's being hateful.
Gertie is like a vendetta times 10 on me.
Every time he comes in a room, she runs away. She walks out of the room.
She will see me and she just
purposefully turns her head and walks away.
And then, I was playing with the cat and she couldn't see who was playing with that. And she was playing. Then she saw it was me. She stopped and went in the opposite direction.
Anne says, did you taunt her with it, Andrew?
No, I didn't. But you know what? Here's the thing. If the cat have a hateful heart, mine's more.
Yeah, he.
Because guess what? I'm bigger.
His heart's
there's
bigger.
More room for hate.
Lena says, my screensaver is your photo of Lake Erie, I think.
Oh, you at William?
Mine?
I think it's you she's talking about.
Oh, I don't know if I posted. Did I post any? I didn't post a lot of pictures from that trip. I still need to do that.
It's been passed.
I know. Anne says, my wallpaper is Moo Kitty. Daniel Tiger takes it pretty well. Mine is on the front screen is Barnaby, and then on the home screen, once you open the phone up, is Gilbert. So it's the two boys. And the girls take it just fine because they're the older boys and they get the screensavers.
They don't care.
But I don't rank them like Andrew does every day.
Well, it's called, if you act poorly, you are not the favorite.
Anna says, poor baby, she just wants your attention, so she steals stuff.
Oh, Tallulah?
Tallulah.
Yeah, you know what? Don't do that.
Yeah, that's not the way.
Cute.
Look
cute. Go sit on my lap.
Yep.
Cuddle a little bit. You don't even have to do it that long. I'm easy. I'm busy usually.
Unless you don't do it, then you get held for an hour.
Well, if you don't do it, then you have repercussions. There's called consequences for actions.
Sylvia says, is she a tortoiseshell or a calico? She's a tortie.
She's a tortie.
She's got tortitude.
Yes, you do. I know that the cat have that. They said that torties have, they have an attitude.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, Gertie says to me, Gertie's 11.
She's seen the attitude now.
No, she's going to do it. Well, guess what? I must be inner tortie.
Inner tortie.
Because I'm half and half like a tortie. Because, I'm not taking this very well.
Susie says, William calls Tallulah a trollop, and now Andrew calls her a thief.
She is.
She's a little bit of both.
She's a little hussy, and she's going to throw herself around and then steal stuff.
Make herself pretty for her menfolk out there.
I know. I was like, what's she doing?
Oh,
she did. She don't mind dressing up in outfits.
Nope. She's fine.
She likes it. She does want. I think she does want a little sparkly collar. Like the other cats don't want nothing to do with that. But she would like it. Interested.
Anyway, so let's take a look at something. We're gonna look at your paintings, right? Yeah. All right. So these are the paintings that
some of y'all got some
from Shadow Play, the series.
I was hopeful that folks would like it because some of my artwork kind of looks like this. Like I did one called Full Circle, and it had a wolf cut out.
Now we should have had it vertical because these are vertical.
Oh, well, people don't like it.
I know. All right. So some of these have sold, but not as many as we'd like. So we're going to show them to you. And if you like them, go over to Andrew's Facebook page and claim them.
If you want to claim via... So if you don't like to claim publicly, because somebody else said they don't like to claim publicly.
Also, some people don't have Facebook.
You can claim, send an email, and I will put claimed underneath there for you.
So you just describe it via email. Give me that other light too.
This one will be number 1. And then I'll write it on the back. Faithful.
Oh, you're gonna
artist.
The artist.
See, I don't like to get rid of all the touches of the artist. Like there's pencil in the back. I like the pencil, but I know sometimes people look at that and they think it's like I'm being lazy or something.
I actually really like it. I was just telling you because I was taking pictures and sometimes you'd really see the pencil and I'm like, because I know he was trying to erase it, but I actually like seeing the artist's work.
I'm trying to get looser with my style and not be so anal retentive. So this is...
Anne says, I picked the first one because I loved the pencil.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, this is Shadow Play 1.
All right, Shadow Play 1. You can send us an email. Info. Let me put the banner up.
SP1. Shadow Play.
Shadow Play. I'm trying to think if we used SP before.
Like SPF. Shadow Play.
Yeah. SP1.
Okay.
Then there's this one.
This is SP2.
Did this one sell already?
No.
It did not?
No. Only 4 sold. Of 55, only 4 sold.
I can't believe this one didn't sell.
Well, I'm telling you.
He's like, I'm telling you, it did not. So
I love this one.
I do too. Look at that. Look at that face. And there's some pencil lines right there. You can see what we're talking about. If you're like, what pencil are you like? You can see it here.
I like it, but
I do too.
All right, that's number 2. SP2. This is SP3. This is like a phoenix / peacock. Kind of more peacock.
Kind of more peacock. Kind of phoenix. SP3.
I have enough room for the butt tail, so there you go.
Tail.
That's the truth of art. The truth of art for y'all.
Let me see here.
So that's SP3.
I'm clearing out the email here.
Oh, there's a meeting tomorrow morning if you want to go.
For what?
That Johnstown Vision thing.
Oh.
It's at 10.
All right.
So this is SP4. This like Bird Girl. Also, if you hate all of these and you think that they look like dog potty,
keep it to yourself.
I'm gonna have 40 more.
45 more to go.
So you can enjoy those, and hopefully 1 out of 100. So that's a Bird Girl with his SP4. This one, this green cat. This one is SP5.
Didn't sell?
Nope. The eye sold. The wolf, the first wolf with the heart on the chest. The snake sold. The little chickie with the long legs sold. And then the cat on the couch.
Oh, the cat on the couch. That's a good one.
I knew that one would sell.
Yeah.
So this one, I love these little creatures. Nobody likes the little creatures with the little horns. Like where the wild things are.
I think they're super cute.
They're like little tricksters.
It's like, what's going on here?
It's like snap out. What is it? The one, what they call it? What's that? Costanza?
Oh, George Costanza.
What's he say?
Serenity Now.
Serenity Now.
Serenity Now.
I could see that. That's number 6.
Here's number 7. I love the iridescent on this one. It changes colors on the eye. Sometimes it's yellow, sometimes it's green, sometimes it's blue.
You know, I'm on the fence about the iridescence. Like, I like it, and it looks good on black, but I also, I don't know. It's like, I don't know if people like it.
And then there's those pencil lines again. If you like I like the pencil lines. I like to see how the artist did their work. If you erase everything, then you lose all of that.
That's number 7.
Number 7. Here's number 8. Super dang cute. This little playful thing.
If I was famous, it would be like there's a woman, her name is Louise Bourgeoisie. I can't say her last name. But I went to her studio once. She was super cool. She was this little old lady. She did this series called the Insomnia series. She did that business with magic marker on some old pieces of yellowed paper. $2,000 a piece. That's because she's famous.
He's doing them for $24 each.
I sand my fingerprints off.
Right.
Get the bloody boogers. And
that was 8, right?
That's 8.
This is 9.
I love this one. It looks like it's either dancing or doing something.
Dancer Prancer is having a good time. Number 9.
Wolf.
This one, number 10.
I love that one.
I know.
It's so cute. You know, I had this guy come to the booth, and he was like, "You should be famous."
Yeah, he did.
And he was like,
he was serious about it.
And I was like, I'm not saying no.
Yeah, he's like, I'm trying here. I'm trying hard.
I did. I was
Tell the rest of the world this.
I was like, what I gotta do? Does this mean like I have to like do something like indecent proposal? Because I'm a little bit like middle-aged dumpling style for that. But
he's like, but I'm not above it.
Some people, they say they too good for it, but I'll be like, William, I gotta make hay while the sun is shining. I got my windows closing.
Windows closing. So that's what number.
That's gonna be number 10.
This is number 10.
That's Mischief. You know what?
He did. Yeah. He was adamant that you should be famous.
I know. I was like, okay, you are correct.
I agree.
And he was like, you could be like Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
You could be, and I was like, all right,
I'm ready for it.
Give me the money. Let's sign me up.
This is number 11.
Correct. This little bunny, or hare, or wherever.
This is one of my very favorites.
I like that one. I think of the flowers like that in our garden. And so when I was little.
This is number 12.
When I was little, my mom, she still does this. We would walk around the yard and we would talk to the plants.
Mm-hmm.
And because we were real poor, so we grew a lot of our own food. And so she was like, she's like, you gotta do good. Because we're going to starve to death if you don't do good, little sea towel plant.
This is number 13.
And that's kind of like Idabel.
That one's still available?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
So, and you know what? Maybe people don't like these. They're like, oh, or they spent too much. I get it. Whatever.
Number 14. And the iridescence does not always come through in the photos we took.
It's better on video.
Amy says, I claimed the raven. Is that this one?
I don't know which one.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
So what? This is 14. They're not in an album, so I can't see them all at once.
No, I should have put them in the album. But sometimes it doesn't show albums, so...
Oh, that one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He'll invoice for this tonight after the live. There's not many, so don't worry.
They're going to come from the online store invoicing. We're going to try it a different way. So if you buy something from the live and you get one of these paintings, it's going to be 2 different invoices.
Mm-hmm.
And
This
you
is
said
number
you're sending these
15.
out in cards, right? So I don't have to.
Note cards.
Huh? In note
Mm.
cards.
Like holiday cards.
This is number 15.
So when you get this, hopefully the mail don't lose it. If you get a holiday card from us, don't pitch it in the trash because it's gonna be in it. I mean, if you've got an order, maybe we just stick it in your order. But
Yeah, if you're new or you're just ordering this.
I'm gonna send it in the postcard. Not postcard. Holiday greeting
Number
card.
15.
That's number 15.
Number
The
15,
owl.
the owl. Anna said they are great. And Susan says we always thank our garden every time we harvest something.
Yeah,
We do too.
we try. But so we
Number
so I always think of the flowers
16.
having like personalities.
Anne says the owl is lovely.
This is one of them double mermaids, like how they do on the Starbucks, but not,
She's a little bit feistier than the Starbucks one, it looks like.
I say sinister.
Sinister, that's another word
She's gonna
too.
drown you and your friend.
Amy says it can be added to my pile. All right. So this is 17?
That's 16.
16.
This is 16. Number 16.
This one is 17.
And this is if I write my manifesto, because apparently everybody's writing manifestos now, this will probably be on the cover because it's from head to heart to hand, has been like one of my.
It's probably gonna be the title of your book.
But that kind of, I don't know. We'll see. I have to do like a Bobby Burke and not wear shoes.
This is this is 18.
And he's like, "Oh, we didn't know that would happen.
We didn't know my feet were exposed."
Uh-huh.
This is 18.
This is like a hedgehog, and it's got little things growing out of it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But the thing is I'm trying to embrace my weird side, and so maybe that's not gonna be for everybody.
This is so cute.
My little creature.
Yes, I loved this creature from the very beginning. I saw this one. This is one of my favorites from seeing it just being drawn.
And I kind of had these.
What number is this one?
That's 19.
19.
I've always had these kind of like creatures in my mind and like around. And so when I was little, my brother went missing. And
this is 20.
It's kind of there's always this like hole in my life of like a missing person. I mean, he's back now, but when in the formative time,
it was a hard time to have your brother go missing, the person you look up to.
But I think when I started looking at my artwork, I always realized that there were cutouts. And that's because, like, when we were little, my mom sometimes would cut him out of the pictures.
Oh, Michelle says 19 just wants a hug.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. It's
and
waiting
we
for
strangle people, though.
So this is 20.
Long, creepy finger.
This is 21.
But
this one's still available?
No, that's not.
Oh, okay. So never mind. 21. This one sold too, right? This was sold. 22. That one is sold. Thank you so much.
I had a lovely conversation with the person who got that. The person who got the weeping eye, her husband had passed.
This is 23 and it is sold.
And she was talking about her husband this morning. I think that one turned out pretty good because I like how
it's the inverse.
Yeah, but I also like how I might do more like this where it's like you can see like the pattern because of the black. It makes a good background for the like a floral.
Yeah. So what number is this one?
This one's 23, so that would be 24.
24, and this one's still available.
I don't know if people like it. My stuff be too primitive though.
Anna says, I love the idea of embrace my weird side. Says, I'm weird and proud.
Yeah, but I get a lot of people who want me to be my most watered down version. Anytime I make anything weird, there's always at least one person who pops up and they're like, oh, you should be careful. They always say you should be careful. Like
This
they're
is
looking.
25.
This is 25.
Oh, that was 25?
Yeah.
So this is 26.
And I know not everybody's going to like this, obviously. But a lot of my artwork is going to become like this. So
This is
get ready.
27.
That one's sold.
This one is sold.
Uh-huh.
So 27 is sold. This is 28. Amy says they aren't the people for you then.
Yeah, I don't care. I love this one. This is a mermaid.
28.
I just want to make these into stickers and then put them everywhere.
We were talking about that.
Like Orion McGinnis style. He made a bunch of this stuff into stickers. If you want to look at people who I look at, Wang Chi Moto.
This is 29.
One of my greatest regrets is not buying one of her paintings when I could have. I said, oh, I'll just get it later. And then now it's like she's in the Whitney and stuff and I can't afford it.
This is 29. Anne says if they want to be careful, they can be careful for themselves.
Mm-hmm. But as somebody who wants to control me, basically. It's not about them actually. It's what they would do if it was them.
This is 30.
And it's one of those things where it's not about me. I realize this. It's not about me. It's about them and what they want.
Or what they were allowed to do.
Mm-hmm. And it's a projection of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I try to give people
Anne
grace.
says, I hate when people want me to behave like them.
Yeah. They want me to act a certain way. It's always happened.
Oh, you get it a lot.
Uh-huh. So that's number 30.
Yeah, this is 31. And this one is sold. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. But
this one is 32.
So in this series, it's called Shadow Play. And when I was a kid, we used to do shadow puppets. But they also, I think that there's something to be said about like recognizing the shadows within us. So there's this work they call it shadow work.
33.
And shadow work is generally when you deal with things like it's like your other self and like problems and trauma and like your id, basically.
34.
That was a real bad description of that. But basically, if you want to get where you are in touch with yourself, you got to do this work called the shadow work. So you're not being controlled by it, basically. But I also
35.
like things like when Peter Pan, when he got the shadow.
I love this bat.
So,
I love bats.
but I also think shadows are something, like whenever
36.
I teach a drawing or photography class, which I haven't done in a while, we always talk about the negative space and the shadows. So there was one assignment that I did when I did a photography class where I just had everybody photograph shadows. And at first you may be like, oh, well, what is that? That's just like wasting whatever. But really, it trains your eyes to look at things in a different way.
37. Anne says, I love that little bat.
And this cat, I love this cat. It looks like Gertie, even though she hates me right now.
That's 37. These backgrounds are great as well, says Anne.
They're a lot of work. And so
38.
I did some things. I showed some of them. So what I do is I did a series. I was in a class with this artist named Peter Hirschstoff, who also works with this kind of shadow silhouette too, which I kind of just realized that kind of influenced me.
39.
So hopefully you don't mind I'm bootlegging. But not really though. But this one got sold.
Oh, did it? So 39 is sold.
But anyways.
40. Susan says, oh, I love 38. This is 40.
Well, it's still available.
So how'd you do these backgrounds?
So I was in a workshop with Peter Hirschhoff, and he did this thing called the 100 challenge. And so you make 100 pieces of work in 24 hours. And the idea of it
This is 41.
Is that by creating this challenge, you end up kind of distilling what is essential in your work. Like, there's no time to do like
the fussy stuff.
You kind of have to boil it down.
That was 41, right?
This is 41.
So this is 42.
So I did a whole series, and I do this fairly periodically. I started working on a series of 100, and it takes planning too. But anyways, I had this series, and I found them, and they were from when I was in my 20s.
This is 43.
And I had a little bit of getting to know myself and learning who I was as a person. And so the series was a little bit sad, and I documented all of them.
What was that? 43.
That was 43.
Okay,
so this is 44.
44.
So anyway, so I made this whole series, and they're a little bit sad, and I didn't necessarily like that because I'm not that person anymore. I know who I am now. And I didn't want to sell things from that time.
45.
It's good that they existed, and I needed to do them when I did them. It was very cathartic to get that out of my system. So those are the very, very back. And then I do gel prints on these. I also do the salt technique on these, and then I sand them down.
46.
And then I do this stuff where I put the absorbent ground on them so that the black pops out more. So it kind of fades out the background because I kind of like it to have that kind of mysterious. That one got claimed.
46 is claimed. 47.
So anyways, this is me kind of distilling my language, my visual vocabulary, and creating this kind of lexicon of symbolism and form language. And
48.
So eventually I hope to do these in metal and enamel. And I've already started some of them. The problem is that I'm always so broke that I sell my stuff right away, and I never
49.
have any to look at. So I made a bunch at Snow Farm, and then I sold them. So, which is good. I'm not complaining, but it's almost like I don't have a record.
Yeah, and 50.
Besides one reel.
This one's cute. This is 51.
I love this one. I almost want to get that as a tattoo.
That would be a good one.
I would do like stickers. I should just get temporary tattoo, and
There
then
you go.
see how I do a test.
52.
So if you can't see already, there's a common thread throughout all of my work, and it circles back to a lot of fairy tales and folklore and
53.
urban fantasy. And I really like being able to have those whimsical.
54.
That one got claimed.
Oh, this one's claimed. 54 is claimed. And the last one for tonight, 55.
And then tomorrow I have some more.
Anna says you should see if you can print temporary tattoos. They would sell.
We'll see. That's expensive. But, you know, like one person, they said,
55.
oh, you should do prints of this. And you should do prints of this. And I was like, well, I would have prints of everything. But our booth is this big. And it costs $100 every time I print that. So if I printed everything, I made over 3,000 designs last year. So that would be about 30,000. And we got one print of each.
Oh,
That's kind of not true, though. We'd have at least 4 of each.
right.
But maybe. Who knows?
Anna says, right, I have no idea about the cost.
Yeah, but maybe. You never know. We have a Cricut, so I know we can make them in vinyl.
Yeah, we could do the black pieces in vinyl. It'd be pretty easy probably to capture those.
There was an artist named Ryan McGinnis, and he kind of did that where he made vinyl stickers of stuff and then put them all on like a board. And that's a really terrible description of that. But it kind of looks good. But anyway, so Wing Chimoto, and I used to do these monsters all the time. There's lithographs somewhere. And I like Kara Walker. If you don't know her work, she oftentimes discusses kind of what it's like to be a Black artist using her artwork.
Oh, Charlie joined us. Hello, Charlie. Anna says, are you printing stickers? There is, I just saw, I want to print like real stickers. I just saw there's this printer now that someone has developed that it's not too expensive, but it prints the stickers and then it cuts them out all in one. Like it does everything. Normally you have to print the stickers and then take them to a Cricut and cut them or do a print and cut.
And then you have to line it
and have to line it all up. This just cuts, it prints them, and it prints them with dye sublimation, which is super sturdy and good quality, and then it just cuts them out.
All by its lonesome?
Yeah, you just enter it in. AI knows where the edges are, and it cuts all around, like it showed cutting around words and cutting around everything. And it's not that expensive, but
I want to pay for my trips.
Yes, you definitely have to pay for your trips first.
Because the deadline is today.
I know. So we're going to get ready here and do the selling portion of our show.
Did you have the buttons to show again?
I don't have any buttons here. I don't think. Just the buttons that we had already. I do have some. These are the ones that sold already. But these are the buttons we have. I have these in the physical store now. I moved them up there.
I want to do a whole chalkboard of them.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I make a lot of work. And I kind of feel lazy sometimes. Like, I haven't done anything with my life. And then I look around and I actually have accomplished quite a bit. Maybe.
Amy says, I like the stickers that can be washed like on water bottles. The dye sublimation stickers are waterproof.
The good heavy kind.
Yeah.
There's a place called Wizard Stickers.
Lennis says, Earthenwood went through a few review posts for various sticker printer suppliers and which she liked the best and why. She ordered samples from different companies to test out. That's good too.
There's this place called Wizard Pins, and I was going to have them make these soft enamel Krampus, but we just didn't have enough money at the time to get it done. Mm-hmm. And I think they're kind of pissed about it.
Why?
Because I guess they thought that they'd get an order, you know.
Oh, you were talking with them?
So it's not like a program.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt bad about that, but
well, things change. We know that. Things always change in business. We had a
Yeah.
few people that were going to do wooden pendants with us and never did. That happens.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you never know. And you just got to roll with it.
Hopefully don't take too much time, get eat up. But we do have some really beautiful acrylic, and that just came in.
Oh, yeah. You got some nice...
I want to use that so bad.
Just don't know what you're going to use it for.
I know. I don't want to do the old designs. I think y'all are getting tired of it.
Charlie says, hello, I've been painting. What are you painting, Charlie?
I don't know. What are you painting?
What are you painting? Oh, I just saw our friend Sandra, Sweet Pea, has an Instagram post I've missed. Picture of a booth.
Her booth?
Looks like it.
Oh, where was she set up?
I don't know. I didn't hear about that or know about that.
So what is our numbers today?
What numbers?
Today, what are our letters today?
Oh, let's do ZK. ZK. I know we've never done that before. Painting a building. Like a painting of a building, or you're physically painting a building?
Okay, this one's fun.
Okay, let's move these and we're going to get started. So to purchase any of these, take down the lot number, send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. You know how this works.
If you don't, we can tell you.
If you don't, we can tell you, but if you're new here, let us know. But I think we have our AG Bead fam here. Let's see here. Charlie says, it's in my story, hoping to finish tonight so I can start on a pet portrait commission. Oh, nice. Nice. Look at these lovelies. This is German resin from you-know-who, our friend Ava.
We're going to do something soon.
Working on a plan. Oh, let me take away that other banner. Let me take away that other banner. You don't need that. It's scrolling along the bottom and it's along the top. ZK1, $10. These are 17.5 millimeter. I think I took our ruler from here to go to the show.
There should be another ruler.
But we've got our penny. Yeah, we have this ruler, but it doesn't... I don't know what this ruler actually is.
It's like some maritime...
It's weird. It's not...
just a stick with marks on it.
It's like, you make up what these marks actually mean.
You just measure with your heart.
Right? Because they're not inches, they're not centimeters. I don't know what they are.
Maybe crumple snuckle.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither. I just made it up.
ZK1, $10.
It kind of sounds like CK1.
Huh?
CK1.
Oh, CK1.
So, what's that guy? Marky Mark.
Marky Mark. But did he do the CK1 commercials?
Is he problematic? I think he's problematic.
Is he problematic now? I can't keep track.
I know, there's so many nowadays.
So many nowadays.
So did y'all pick for me which one I'm going to send to ECU?
I don't think they could see. We're going to have to bring those close.
You want the black one? You want the purple one?
The black one, the purple one, the orange one.
Orange one or blue one?
Is the pink one available? I thought the pink one... Yeah, I thought the pink one was something somewhere.
That was at Perforia.
Oh, I missed two. I didn't know you put two up here.
Yeah, it's here.
I didn't know that. ZK2. There are two of these. They're $8 each. Look at these. I told you it's miscellaneous. We're starting with some vintage plastic here. This is German resin. And these, Suzanne votes purple or orange. This is 16.5 by 22. ZK2, $8 each.
I think the purple one was called Wallflower.
That was Wallflower. I like that one.
The orange one was called Sweet and Juicy.
ZK3.
I picked a lot of these out for myself.
These
so
are vintage glass.
if you all don't like this,
20 beads, vintage glass. I think this is vintage. This is vintage German glass too, right?
That's from Ava.
From Ava. ZK3, $6 a strand. It's bright, bright orange, beautiful color. These are little flowers. So you can see there's one side and then the back side. They're slightly curved and they're set on the strand facing one another. 20 beads on each, $6 each, 2 of them available. We've sold one ZK2, so there's one of those left. Thank you so much. ZK1 is still available. And so far we have the 2 ZK3s.
Oh, here's this. What do you know about that?
Oh no, I missed that one. That has to go. ZK4. This is Italian resin.
We're hopefully going to save up
Glitter.
enough money to go to Italy together.
I know. We're still trying for that.
That's
11.5 millimeter. Yeah, it's going to be a full year-long savings there.
Our first thing that we're going to have to do is get our passports. So I'm going to try to go on a diet. And then, so I don't, because the last time I got my picture taken for one of those things, my face looked like a little...
For your driver's license. He was so hard on himself.
Little happy dumpling. It looked like I ate all the candy. And my
ZK4.
face got round like a little...
Okay.
Little,
both ZK2s have sold. Thank you so much.
like a babushka. It didn't look real. Like it was like fake.
It didn't look real.
I know, usually, like I didn't know I had a round face, but apparently, you know how in like the 80s they say, oh, you have a square face with an autumn color palette. Or you have a triangle, a heart face with a summer palette. Well, mine was round with a gold palette. I don't think they were.
It even went yellow though, right? And that yeah, because the lighting was so bad.
I don't think they were used to photographing brown people.
Yeah.
So my face turned yellow.
The lighting
orange.
they used.
So it was like Golden Daddy for real.
Yeah.
But like round face. So it looked like a smiley face emoji.
Look how pretty this is. This is a peachy color.
And you think I'm being hard on myself.
Call it peach confetti.
I'm just being honest.
It was actually it came out very yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looked like I ate like all of the cat's snacks too.
ZK5, $9.50.
I was like, come here, little one.
Come here, little one.
Let me have some more donuts.
I'm trying to get...
And that's fine too.
Comfortable.
I'm not body shaming myself, but...
it wasn't what he expected to see.
Well,
it looked slightly different than the mirror.
It looked like a different person.
It did kind of.
I thought, maybe.
He didn't recognize himself.
Oh, I recognize myself.
Ennis, were you jaundiced?
It looked like it.
It did come out very yellow.
I said, boy, I look like I need to get my liver numbers checked.
This is amber confetti. Bless your heart.
I just think they weren't used to photographing brown people.
Yeah, they had the light setting to the white people.
So that they look not so pale,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So look washed out. But so when you have that on a brown person, it turns them yellow.
Yep. ZK6.
And I'm not joking about yellow. I mean yellow.
Yeah, it was.
As a gold
It did not
yellow.
look tan. He did not look tan.
It was not my flesh color.
He looked yellow.
It looked yellow like these beads. Look this bead. It looked yellow like that color beads.
Yeah. Anna says, does the PADMV have color correction? LOL. If they do, they didn't offer it.
No, they weren't interested.
These are ZK7. These are tiny little
give me a
flowers.
different picture for my passport.
Yeah, you have to go get that done.
And that's like $160, I think.
This is 20 beads. $6. And these are little flowers. I can't pull these apart really to show you. But these ones are about 6 millimeters.
It used to be like
Super
$100,
cute.
but I think it's gonna be like $160.
When I got my passport back in the day, I do not remember it being so expensive. Like barely, I think it was like $30 for the picture or something. I feel like.
I think that they make it more expensive because people who are traveling.
We went to. That's probably why we went to AAA, because we were AAA members, and AAA took care of a lot of it, and they rushed it, I think, and I think it was a lot cheaper. Of course, I don't think I paid for it either, so my recollection of how much it costs is probably very off. Charlie says, I was so yellow in some of my IDs.
See what I'm telling you?
Right?
It's not just a me problem. And you're half Filipino, right? Or you're all Filipino?
Are you all, or are you half?
Or something else?
ZK8. 20 beads. $6. This is 7 millimeters.
And then for some reason I smiled.
Yeah, you did. But you never do.
Smile.
You never smile in your photos.
And
he's like, oh, okay, I'll smile at the DMV.
For some reason, and it made my face look real wide. It's got like some kind of fisheye lens where they're trying to see the back of my head.
Oh, Trey says, I'm only an 8th Filipino, LOL. The rest is Japanese. Oh.
So, but you still have experience what I have experience.
Mm-hmm. The Asian skin tone in Whitelandia.
Mm-hmm. Well, they tried.
Anna says there's so much more research now that goes into the passport processing post 9/11. That makes sense.
Is that what it is?
I'm like, is there really? Did they just say that, or is there really?
I don't know.
This is ZK9. These are really pretty flowers. These are vintage German glass. And these are, about 9 millimeters. Just about 9 millimeters. We're going to try to get
it done soon.
Yes.
And also, there's a registration for ECU just opened. I was like, why does everything happen at the same time?
Mm-hmm. That's what I say, too. It gets into all these things, and then everything opens at once.
Right. Yeah, I have to pay for Aeromont and Finland at exactly the same time.
ZK10, and during our slow time of the year.
Well, I mean, it's not.
It's not slow, no.
We're going
but
into.
We're taking money away from the slowest time of the year.
Perfect.
That's what I mean.
But hopefully,
these are super cool.
Some connections and be able to teach at these places I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to go so I can meet the new director at Aeromont.
ZK10. This is vintage German glass. $20 for the strand, and these little coins are about 13.7 by 13.9.
Because the person that I got to know, he left.
Oh.
I was like, why you got to leave? I just finally made friends.
Charlie says, oh yeah, I'm the glossy yellow dumpling some days. Haha.
Me too. That's me. I said, happy dumpling. You want to eat some dumpling? I have a dumpling.
Wow, these are big. This is a big strands.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these. That's a deal. $20.
And there's this deal that I want to get in on, but we just don't have $400 right now to be doing it.
No, I know that looked good.
I could get, I'm like trying to figure out how I could do it, and it's like, I could sell blood. I could lie that I have a wife. Because some of them don't take the blood from the gays.
They're changing a little bit of that.
They said that, but then they take it, but then they throw it away. So they flag it. So
I hadn't heard that.
That's not. They say that with the blood things, it's
10 millimeters. It said as long as you're with the same partner for like 3 months.
Well, it's been 13, 18 years.
I know. ZK11.
So I think it's fine, William.
You think it's fine?
Uh-huh. I didn't get experimental or anything. Though that dude was real convinced that I should be famous, so
I know.
I was like, what I gotta do?
What you gotta do? Who can make you famous is the question. Who can make that happen?
I was like, I think they may be disappointed. I'm not trying to sell myself short or anything, but it seemed like you could get like better value.
Better value.
I just stick to drawing and painting.
You just stick to drawing and painting. All right. Let's see here. ZK12 coming up.
I mean, I'm not young anymore. I'm gonna be like, my back.
I know. Can't do some of those moves.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody loves to hear about that. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
That's why we're not popular.
Is that why?
Maybe. Making people uncomfortable. Your mom's probably like, I don't want to know about this.
I don't know about this. Anna says, love those beads.
Back to the
Back
beads.
to the beads. I actually do love these beads. These are really cool.
These are really nice. I picked these for myself. I was going to make earrings out of them. I was going to do a whole little retro line, which I still might do.
You still should do.
I know, should. You should do it.
Should. Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Have a competition. Whose jewelry can sell better?
I don't know. I sold a pair of earrings on the show.
I don't sell anything.
I sold one or two pairs. I think 2 pairs of my earrings.
You know what though? I think if we get in next year, this is a big if, because we didn't get in this year, and then somebody dropped out, and we luckily were able to swoop in and take their spot.
These are the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil monkeys.
Someone's like, you need that speak no evil.
So here's the no hearing, covering the ears. Here's the no speaking, covering the mouth. And here's the no seeing, covering the eyes. Those are super cool.
But, so I think if we do get in, I'm just going to make a traveling circus of creatures. And I'm going to have it on these things that I'm going to open up, like these flip out displays. That way we don't have to do no setup. That's all going to be done beforehand. And then just put the tablecloth on and fold out.
Nice. ZK14.
But I also want to do,
Look at these.
I want a separate kind of setup for my enamel work, because I make a lot of enamel stuff, but I think that sometimes it gets kind of lost in all of that. And I really want to start doing more enameling than I already do.
ZK13 has sold one of those. Have sold. We have 2, so we still have 1 available. The monkeys. Thank you so much.
So we'll see if I ever get around to it.
These ones
I hope so.
are 12 millimeters.
I'm going to push myself even harder. How about that?
Oh boy.
I'm going to have to do it for about until I can't do it anymore.
Only have to do it till I can't.
Wait, hold on. Let's do here, do a giveaway of this pen thing.
Giveaway?
Yeah, so that people are not.
Giveaway, anybody?
We'll ask a question.
Okay, ask a
What's the
question.
name of the show that we just went to?
Anybody know the name of the show we just went to? You can win this giveaway.
It was in Pittsburgh.
If you want to buy these are available in the online store, allegorygallery.com. These are our wooden cutouts. We just sold the other ZK13. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
So if you'd like to win this pendant, these pendants are about 31 millimeters.
What does that mean?
I think that's about 1.5 inches. No, I think it's an inch. I think it's an inch.
1 inch?
Because my finger's about 1.25 inches, so it's about 1 inch, I think. Handmade Arcade, says Amy.
Oh, Amy got it.
Amy got it.
Amy. Thank you. This is for Amy Love.
All right, next up, here are these.
William.
Right, put it right there. These are like the last blue ones, but in orange. I love this bumpy texture and the colors inside. I think these are so cool.
I like it.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 beads, $18. About 12 millimeter beads. We're giving you the same price there.
Mm-hmm. If you missed it. Some of these we showed before, and some of these are new.
Yeah.
Are not new, but
no, none of them are new. These are all vintage, but they're new to being shown.
I thought we could do the first couple like this because it's just easy for me right now in my life.
ZK16. Ooh, these are cool. I don't remember seeing these before.
Yeah, because maybe
6 of these.
I thought I liked them because they have, I like the melon shape. We've been watching Bake Off, and it's kind of bad because I've been want to eat the
sweets.
So hard.
We've had cookies at night and chips at night.
It's all gone. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, he says. Looks like I have to run up to the cottage. Looks like I'll be picking up something on the way home.
Yeah, I need to go to the cottage too.
ZK16. These melons are approximately 15 millimeters. Vintage German glass.
I think it's nice though that people think I should be more well known.
I think you should be more well known for sure.
I
can't imagine how you pump out so much artwork, which I think is wonderful, and you're still not getting huge views on it.
I haven't been posting on my Instagram.
It doesn't matter. Like, I still think, like, that's crazy to me. For years and years and years and years, you've been doing it.
Maybe I'll hit my big break one day.
I'm gonna get that big break. Gotta come sometime. I love these little gemmy goodnesses here. It's about 7.5 millimeters by 7.2, so about 7.5 by 7. Round. $12. Beautiful yellow and green. Looks like tourmaline colors. That good tourmaline, that yellow tourmaline. ZK18 are these little fish that look like tiger eye, but they're glass. Look how cute those are.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's also, I didn't pick one thing. Like for career building, I think that if I would have stuck with one thing, I could have probably done better. about getting my name out. But I think I'm a better craftsperson because I've jumped around.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you can blend and incorporate and...
Well, the class that I'm teaching at Peters Valley is
ZK17 has sold. Thank you so much.
is an example of how I've taken my craft knowledge from
It's about
before
6 by 16
and have applied it to what was traditionally kind of an industrial process
Mm-hmm.
and made it into something that artists can do.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, y'all gonna love it. Let me tell you.
Sign up for that class.
I got some stuff.
Now, where's Peters Valley? Tell everybody.
It's in New Jersey.
New Jersey. So if you're in the New Jersey area or you want to take a trip to see a wonderful craft school in New Jersey and hang out in August with Andrew and maybe me.
Yeah, and if you are, so here's another thing. If we plan it out right, if you fly into like Newark, I can come pick you up. Instead of you having to do like a ride share or try to take a train and a bus and hitchhike.
Look at what other teacher is going to offer that for you.
If we plan it out right. Now, if you're gonna do like the day, like the minute before the class starts, it's gonna be harder.
Lena says, if I can find a place to stay, how far away is DE? Delaware?
It's in the Delaware Water Gap.
13.5.
So I don't know.
By 19. This one has sold. Thank you so much.
It's close to New York.
Peters Valley is the name, if you want to look it up. Peters Valley School of Craft.
It's gonna be a pretty cool class because we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you things that I've never shown anybody else, and I've been cooking these secrets, and I'm ready to show the world.
So these are like the other coins we had in a purple, but these are in a opaque white, which is a nice color, especially for a neutral. 14 millimeters. 10 beads, $18.
So,
yeah, you can go to the Peters Valley website and register for Andrew's class now. Registration is up.
There's no pictures of the stuff yet, though. There's no picture I thought was not very good.
Oh.
I have to send you pictures of it. But we're going to be doing mixed media techniques for powder coat. So I'm going to show some of the stuff I've got planned is we're going to be doing dimensional powder coating, which I've never seen anybody else do.
Dimensional powder coating.
We're also going to be I'm going to show you how to make head pins and make them different colors.
Ooh, powder coat the head pins.
We're going to do some painting techniques with it. And you don't have to be a painter or a drawer.
Don't let it afford you.
Yeah, don't afford you.
Don't be scared.
I know, because sometimes people see like the real.
I'm one of those people.
Illustrative kind of pieces.
Anytime a class shows a sample of something that's very well drawn or very well painted, I'm like, nope, that's not for me. I just assume right off the bat.
And so
ZK21.
All levels.
These are vintage plastic. Approximately 13
how to draw,
by 20.
I can help. I can help guide you.
7 beads on a strand, $5. 6 strands of these available.
Because I've went to a very fancy art school. I may have learned one or two things.
You may have learned a thing or two that he could pass along.
Correct. I mean, it's different that we're not going to have like weeks together, but we'll have KV, so that's a long time. And we're going to do some image transfers.
So this is an agate. Beautiful agate strand. Botswana agate. ZK22, we had these at $18, bringing them down to $14 each for you. Very interesting shape. This little pinch, kind of large pinch bead. In Czech, they call that a pinch bead. But beautiful Botswana agate. We have 5 strands of these available. I just picked one here to show you.
They're kind of, I like that shape.
I do too.
And they have Jumbotron holes, so.
Yeah, look at those holes.
So that's it. I'm also teaching, if you can't do Peters Valley, because I know that's a little spendy, but it is a week, you know. And
how much is it?
It's $900 for the class.
$900 for the class? That's
plus
not bad when you break it down.
registration fee and housing. So it's going to be like just shy of $2,000 if you do it. But I mean,
that's normal for a week-long class.
You can also apply for scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they have scholarships open yet because they usually try to launch the classes and get as many signups as first. I hope it runs
10 by 7 millimeters approximately, ZK22. 5 strands available.
That'll be a real feather in my cap to get my first national craft school. I mean, Sawtooth is a craft school, or it's a visual art school, but it's not in that kind of craft. It's slightly on the edge of the craft school circuit. So there's like Penland and Arrowmont and Touchstone and Peters Valley and Snow Farm. And then you have the other places.
Is this a white quartz?
It's a white quartz, but it's got a little bit of something in it.
A little bit of something in it. I was going to say, it doesn't look like an agate. It looks like a white quartz.
So Peters Valley is a little bit rustic, so you just kind of have to go in knowing that. It's really, really beautiful.
Is that the one you did the live from?
In the parking lot?
With the hillside? Red building, I think you were on the hillside.
No, that's Snow Farm.
That was Snow Farm.
What it is there was a town that was supposed to get flooded. They were building this dam, and so this town was going to get flooded. And then, but there's the Appalachian Trail runs through it. So they couldn't flood it because it would have destroyed that historic trail. And so that town was just kind of like a ghost town, and a bunch of artists.
It was supposed to be flooded for a reason?
Yeah, because there was going to be a dam.
Oh.
And so the town was going to be underwater. And so the dam didn't go through because it was going to destroy this historic trail through there. Mm. And so, anyway, so it was, what was that number? The last
23.
ZK 24.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so that was, so a bunch of artists took it over and turned it into the craft school. So all of the buildings.
That's when you went to the swimming hole?
Yeah. That was. And I left my shirt on.
He's like, I left my shirt on when I went into the swimming hole.
But anyway. They call it the teacup.
ZK24.
So that you do have to drive, or you have to become friends with somebody who has a car.
Look at these.
Because the studios, depending on what studio you're in, they're kind of spread out. And the middle studio is about 2 miles away from the residence halls. And if you think you can hike it, you may reconsider that. It's not easy.
This is a dyed.
But I'll drive you. We got the minivan.
I think this is a dyed quartz. Looks like a dyed.
Kind of like a jade.
Is it a jade?
Milky.
Maybe a dyed jade?
Mm-hmm. dyed stone.
It's bright green, which is lovely. I love that color. 8 millimeters by 4.
You get a little something.
ZK24. This is a long strand. I don't know how long it is. I don't have my ruler. But I'm going to guess that's probably a 16-inch strand. 15 or 16-inch strand. ZK24.
But I think it'll be fun.
It's going to be super fun. I definitely hope it runs for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've never got to go.
No, I have not.
It would be nice for him to get to see the things that I do.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully I'll get to reach more places. So it's kind of one of those things that if people, like, you have to get the ball started. And the sawtooth class helped get me this opportunity. And hopefully this will open to other opportunities. I'm still trying to get new curating things, but that...
We sold one of the ZK24s. Thank you so much. This is ZK25. This is a carnelian strand. All different shapes. Look at that. That's so cool.
What number is that?
That was 25.
So the next one that I have is
26. Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm really trying to grow what we do. On February 22nd at Contemporary Craft, I'm going to be teaching some basic mold making and fast cast resin.
So that's what it's going to be?
Huh?
That's what's going to be?
Yeah, that's what they picked from that long list.
We made a long list of what kind of classes he could teach.
Wait, I'll read it to you.
Oh, you're going to read us the list?
Yeah, I'll read it to you.
In case any craft school is watching and wants to hire you.
Or if you want to take a private class,
yeah,
or you want to get a group of 6 or more together, I'll teach anybody. You got.
I need to get that list from you and make an announcement from the store in Johnstown.
So whimsical creatures in polymer clay. So if you like my ornaments that I've been making, I will show you how to make them.
There you go.
I've done sculpting. I did a class called Making Faces, and I taught that in New York at FIT.
This is German resin.
One of the classes that I'm super excited about that I don't think anybody... I did a little bit of this at Sawtooth, but colored pencil on metal.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't sound that exciting. Like, you could figure it out by yourself, but I think it could be fun. Simple mold making and fast cast resin. I've done that demo for a couple different places, but I think that it's different when you actually get to do it yourself. Metal stamping. I've done quick little flyby things and make it takes, and we make a name tag usually. UV resin bezels. If you want to come to Star Cottage Studio, I have everything set up. There's cups, there's bezels.
He's got a whole bezel area.
You just go over there and pick the ones you want, and we just sit down and do it. Brick stitch with fringe. I've shown you all that, but it's different again if you want to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Square stitch bracelet, even count peyote stitch bracelet, circular brick stitch, spiral stitch bracelet. These are all classes that I used to teach at the shop, and I had handouts ready. And then, like, people, if they had time, they could just sit down and we would just make the thing. I don't do that anymore because I'm not at the shop as much, so we have to schedule it in advance. But usually that's a $25 class, and then you pay for your materials on top of it. So, and it takes about 2 to 3 hours.
We should make a class menu. Yeah, because I think a lot of people in Johnstown have been asking about things like polymer clay and resin.
And I've been doing it long enough, so you'd think I know what I'm doing. Making botanical elements in metal, So Sandra, if you're watching, she was there. I showed her how to make a flower and texture the flower and then open it up.
Yeah.
I think that blew people's minds because they saw it at first being this flat piece of metal and they're like, whatever. And then I did some things and then it turned into a flower, like a dimensional flower.
And we'll continue with the lots soon, everybody.
Image transfer with epoxy clay.
I love the image transfer stuff.
I can also do epoxy clay sculpting and embedding stuff in there. That's what I've taught that class. I don't know how many times now at this point for contemporary craft. They're gonna be like, "What else can you do?" But they keep requesting it. So,
yeah, people love it.
It's a crowd pleaser.
And it's quick. You can do it quick and move on.
And then people...
Because we do it during their bigger events, like their art openings and their galas.
And you can be drunk and do it.
Yeah, you can just stuff stuff in there.
Or you can be sober and do it for the...
We did it, the teetotalers.
Is that like a good word?
I think that's what they call themselves.
They call themselves that, so it must be. We can do decals on enamel. We can do drawing on enamel. So if you want to get crafty and learn how to draw on enamel, I can show you how to do that. Stone on stone setting that's more advanced. So if you don't know how to bezel set,
you gotta know that first.
We have to do bezel setting first. So we could do that the first day if you want to make this into a 2-day class.
I'm gonna teach that quick the first day.
Charlie took a bezel setting class.
That's true. Charlie did it in one day.
And it looked good. But the stone on stone is more complicated because then it goes into a little bit lapidary.
You gotta drill those stones.
We can do cold connection dolls. This is a thing where you have to be confident with sawing. This is a more advanced one. But this is how you make an articulated doll that's like a paper doll made of metal, basically. And then I have a fun technique of putting image transfers onto the metal so it looks like they're tattooed. In case you want to have like a little tattooed lady or something.
Nice.
Or a strongman tattoo. But it's all about cold connections and making rivets and movable parts. We can do gel printing collage, and we can also then do gel print paper beads. I did a tutorial on this on YouTube, and it was very popular. I think, though, if you want to do this and you do it in person, it's a little bit different. You know, it's like most things. I also have some tricks.
Secret tricks.
Of course, I have to keep a little something back behind. We can do faux porcelain with polymer clay. And we can also do mosaic with polymer clay. We can do the faux Roman glass, Roman glass.
The froyo glass.
Froyo. The faux Roman glass and polymer clay.
Yeah.
And I'll show you all my tricks about how to make it crusty. And waterproof. Because you know what? You can make anything crusty thrown in the mud. But that business washes off as soon as it rains. You take a shower, it goes down the drain. But that's one of the things about Roman glass is that it's raw, how you call fragile. So this is, you can go and you can
think of making your own Roman glass beads.
Well, mostly like pendants. Beads are a little bit you can't get that same translucency. And then of course we can do small polymer clay sculpture, and I can teach you about armatures and making some different things. And if you want, we can do big sculpture, but it's going to take longer. So if you want to do paper mache, we can do paper mache. I can make paper mache clay from scratch and show you how to read the toilet paper and drywall compound and what. I can also do powder coating. Technically, I can't teach any of the powder coating techniques that I'm teaching at Peters Valley until after I teach them at Peters Valley, because then
that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't want to compete and then nobody signs up. All right, what number are we on?
This was 26, so you were on 27. One of these is sold. Thank you so much.
So is anybody enticed?
What do y'all think of all those?
So many options, right?
Sylvia says, because I need to make dinner, I'll watch the replay. Will there be additional lots after 26? Yes, we're going to 40 tonight. Yep. Going to 40. What do y'all think of those classes? What class sounds the best to you that Andrew just rattled off? What would you like to come and take if you got a hotel in Latrobe?
And if you're nice and you don't mind cats, you may be able to stay at the house.
That's true too.
We're trying to get the cats used to company so that they're not weird.
Mm-hmm.
So you may be conscripted into forcing the cats to love you.
Right. This is ZK 27. There's only one strand of this. It's just beautiful. Look at that tiger eye. Look at how amazing. Boy, Andrew priced this low. $12 only. That is high quality tiger eye. Done in this top drilled shape that you don't ever see.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
You know, for a zigzag bracelet, that'd be awesome.
I know. Look how good that would look. You hardly ever see it drilled like this.
And I try to keep things like we are firm believers in democratization of education.
8.5 by 5.5.
So, we try to give stuff away for free a lot, and we try to make education accessible to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So we do a lot of programming online. And a lot of these things I've shown before online, but the thing is it's a different thing when you are doing it and you get to undivided attention.
You get to ask questions online. You can ask if he does a live, you can ask questions. If we do a tutorial, you don't really get to ask many questions, and you have him right there to show you in person how to answer your question, anything you've got.
And you can experiment with things, and we bring stuff. So a lot of these classes, the goal is you roll up and you just make. You don't have to worry about hunting down all these random things. Because I've taken classes where they give you this list.
The materials list.
And it's the most random stuff.
This kind of pen or this kind of pencil. This kind of very specific. Like you got to order that stuff in advance.
Or, so I like it. You just kind of show up.
Yeah, we always try and do where you can just walk in the door.
Some things it's harder to do that for. It's like I can't afford to do everything.
No. Can't give away all our materials all the time.
So, but
Look at this shell. This is beautiful. It's kind of like a blue-gray. Lovely shell beads. $8 for this strand only. ZK28. That is a pretty, pretty color. I could see... Ooh, maybe if this doesn't sell, I might be making myself a bracelet out of that. Look at that. That's really pretty. ZK28. I don't know where that came from, but that's a goodie. Only $8. Sylvie says, thank you for answering my question. Hope you enjoy your evening. You too. Have a good dinner. I don't know what you're all eating out there.
We didn't ask that?
We didn't ask that tonight. How do we miss that part of the evening?
Who is it?
That was Sylvia.
Oh, Sylvia Warren.
Mm-hmm. ZK29, $13. Look how fun these are. These are German resin. Only one strand available of those. I like this. It's 20 millimeters by 28. Beautiful.
Part of the impetus I don't really like that word. It's kind of like impotent. But, which is fine if that's what you're going through, whatever. But,
No judgment here.
What?
No judgment here.
Yeah, whatever y'all want to do. But part of the reason why we're doing this is because one, so their job burned down.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to make up 30% of our income some way.
Yep.
And so teaching is something that I do casually, and I never pushed it. So I think it would be good.
Look at this garnet.
It's something that I can do to help contribute and help make us money so that we can continue to do what we're doing.
Slightly top drilled. Beautiful garnets. ZK30. ZK29 has sold. Thank you so much. There was only one of those. These are beautiful. Look at this, a whole giant strand. This was 48 to bring it down to 42. I love the feel of garnets in your hand because they're always a heavy stone.
Isn't that the song for January?
Is that Jan? I think it is January, right?
So if you want to get jump start on that.
And I love this drill. It's like slightly top drilled a little bit toward the center, but that would make, like, again, beautiful drill and cut for bracelets. Make some January bracelets. Those would be fancy, right? Beautiful color in those. They're that purpley red berry color. A lot of good kind of almost blue.
And with stuff like if you're teaching or if you're taking a class with us in our home or in our studio, we can be more flexible with stuff. Like, I don't want to charge. I honestly, if we have to make a living, I would just teach for free all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And we do kind of like a pay what you want.
We do that a lot.
And that's just so that we cover materials and the time. And we can be flexible with that. If you're taking that with a school, some of the schools offer payment plans, and some of them have scholarships or different ways to offset things. That's the way that I take classes.
Is this pink opal?
That's pink opal.
Pink opal.
So I know sometimes it seems daunting. You see something that's like $900, and you're like, that's like a mortgage payment.
Well, to other people, 900 is nothing. Mm-hmm. So I mean, we are, you know, we're a small business. 900 is a lot to us, but to some people, that's not even a question.
Yeah, I know.
Like 2,000, they're like, oh, a week for $2,000? Let's go.
Mm-hmm. And that's the nice thing too, is that you meet those people. So
yeah, if you're a maker, and it's good to make connections with people like that.
I was talking to somebody this weekend, and they said I would never take any of these classes because they have nothing to show me. And I was like, okay. Maybe I felt like that when I was young too.
Yeah.
Like I was more full of myself in that way, or I was trying to convince myself that I wasn't, trying.
Well, sometimes when you don't have a lot of money, you do try to convince yourself that you don't need it.
Like when my parents, they didn't have a lot of money, and so whenever they would go out to eat, they would make comments so that they would feel better about not going out to eat, right?
Mm-hmm. Look at this opalite strand.
Enjoying the time there. But anyways, you meet people. It's a networking opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So I've met some of my bigger clients for my bigger pieces through teaching or taking classes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of the things where, not every time is going to be like that necessarily.
No.
But you never know who you're going to meet.
This is a cool piece. ZK32, opalite, It's a person-made, human-made glass stone, but it's made to look like opal. This is just one of these stones, 25 by 40, but it is a good vintage example of this. It looks so good. ZK32, $18, one strand left of those only.
So I think it's like, you know, you
Well,
can
Lenna says, I've taken enameling classes with multiple people, and I always learn something different every time.
Yeah, me too. I never want to stop taking classes. Now that
ZK33.
I've broken the seal, I want to take classes forever.
This is horn.
Taking classes is my happy space. Teaching is also, because you learn things by teaching too.
Mm-hmm.
So
This is horn. And we're getting to, we're getting to the age where passing on the knowledge is rewarding.
mm-hmm.
You know, when you're young, a lot of times you want to hoard it because you think like you got to hoard it against the world.
Well, it's like a competition.
Mm-hmm. And then as you get older, you realize like people need to learn this. Other people need to know this so it can continue. You're more interested in the continuing and the growing of the craft. This is ZK33 horn beads. This is a cool shape. It's super light. These make great earrings.
Also, I feel like the more you learn how other people do stuff, the better you can refine how you do things and adapt it to how you do stuff. Because, like, I've taken classes with abstract expressionists. I'm not an abstract expressionist, but that doesn't mean that what they had to show, you didn't, there was still something to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I've never taken a class where I didn't get something out of it. Even the worst class, I learned what not to do.
Right.
You know?
ZK34. This is onyx?
Which one? Oh, that is a
Sardonyx
black.
Sardonyx.
Because you have that one kind of milky
Yeah,
one at
there's
the end.
mostly all black part of sardonyx. Got a little bit of milkiness in some of them here and there, but mostly black.
I think ideally you get in a class space that is like you like it and you get a lot out of it. And I'm always hoping that whenever I teach a class, somebody enjoys that and they get something out of it and they find value.
You don't want to learn what not to do in Andrew's class.
No, I would be so sad. That means personally, I didn't do my job.
Yeah.
You know, some people don't have that though.
Some people, they teach, and what you learn, you learn. What you don't, you don't.
I had one class, this painting teacher, and he'd start the class. Everybody would go around and put their easels up, and he would get his New York Times and his coffee, which I don't know if it was coffee in there, and he put his feet up and read the paper.
That was the class.
And I learned from that class that
29 millimeters.
Yeah, I still learned stuff from that class, even though he was not a most excellent. Because he really just wanted to study nature.
Mm-hmm. Probably already tenured.
Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, he didn't really care. But I did learn stuff in that class, and mostly from about what I would do better or how to structure classes.
Yeah, what you didn't like about the structure of the class.
I also learned that if you throw stuff in the trash can,
well, was that the class?
Yeah, that's the one that there was a
chemical fire in the trash can. This is amethyst.
You have to throw it in the trash can that it's not going to cause a fire.
This is beautiful. I love the amethyst with this kind of matrix around it, a little bit of other stuff in there. These are $12 each, only 3 strands available, and these are about 6.5 millimeter, well, 6 millimeter, we'll say 6 millimeter beads. CK35.
I also learned from watching some of the other students. So there was this Russian girl, and she did a technique that was like a Venetian style of oil painting. And I would have never learned how she prepped her canvases unless we were together. And so I learned a lot from that, you know. So
What is this one, the green one?
Aventurine.
Aventurine, that's what I'm going to say. This is really pretty.
What number is that?
36. Green Aventurine. Look at that. You don't usually see, I don't know, I feel like you don't see big nuggets of Aventurine like this very often.
I think they're nice.
They are nice. Vintage
They're
strands.
faceted, but it's been tumbled, so they're like soft facets.
It's a soft I love that.
So it's not going to be super pointy.
And imagine this on a bracelet.
Picture it.
Picture it with some gold spacers, just gold and that green. Like, look, this is my Christian Lacroix brooch, but look at this gold with that green.
They look expensive.
I know, right? Look at the gold and green color together.
The other thing about teaching is if there's something you want to learn, you can also talk about if I'm able to teach that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes I may not be the best choice. I'm not trying to sell myself short. Some people have more experience. Like vessel raising, I probably am not the first. I mean, I can do it. I know how to do it, but I've made like 3 cups, so it's probably not.
Maybe you shouldn't. Although, if somebody were on a super budget and couldn't get somewhere else, you could possibly show them.
Yeah, and we got all the steaks too.
We could show you the technique. It may not come out the best.
I mean, it would be nice, however, because I don't want you to leave with something that looks like somebody chewed it up and spit it out.
Carnelian coins. 1 strand available, $18. These are really pretty, about 14.5 millimeters, and they're flat by about 3.7. Oh, I saw one of my old coworkers today from TRF.
Where?
At the bank.
Our bank?
Yeah, I was down at the bank, and I had forgotten to go to the bank, and then I came back because I forgot something else, and I said, okay, I'm going to run to the bank, and she just happened to be in the parking lot. Her mom, somebody had passed, and she became the executor. But I think she was meeting her mom there and all that, so there was different stuff going on, but I was talking about how they're doing down there, and
is she still working?
She's the one that is still. She's one of the 2 employees still working there. And she said they're not up to 8 hours a day yet, but they might have a few days coming up. They just finally are starting to kind of get things going and getting to the point where they're breaking even again. And so they're working on things. So that was really good to hear.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they're going to maybe pick up some more hours come January.
Who, her?
Yeah, everybody. Because everybody's much less than, I guess, 8 hours a day still right now. But she's the one that does mostly the shipping. So she does their shipping, and she said there are some days that she can be there a full 8 hours again.
Where does she live?
I think she lives in Armagh.
Does she like to have another job? I don't think we can afford her.
I probably could not afford her.
Does she like beads?
Does she like beads? I don't know. She's never said that she does, so I think that somebody.
Exchange program.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing is if you want to volunteer, like I don't know, everybody has money, so you can also do work exchange.
What is this?
Chrysoprase.
Chrysoprase.
So
Ooh, that's
if you don't
nice.
mind, but I work you hard. So that's the thing, though.
Chrysoprase
You may
ZK38.
gently try, though.
And this is 6mm chrysoprase rounds, $16, one strand only. Vintage chrysoprase. That's a nice strand of chrysoprase. Lena says facts.
It's true.
He's not kidding.
I was gonna offer you to come up on this now that we're done with the
I know.
the
Now
hard
that
time.
the crazy. That's what, like, Lena's often helps us out, thankfully.
We're lucky. Thank
We
you.
are lucky. But always, we only get to see you when it's like the most stressful time. So I was telling Andrew, I'm like, if she's come, let her come during a time when it's less stressful.
We can be chill.
And we can be chill.
I mean, it's never like
no, we're a small business.
Chill.
It's never completely.
We
but
always have to make money, so we always
we always have to do the live in the weekdays, and we always have to push for things and do the shipping. But it's not that extra.
Yeah, it's not.
And Lennis comes when we do store moves, and she comes when we do events. And so I said, let her come during a time when we're not doing extra, and it's just a normal. So hopefully you can come up sometime soon, Lennis. This is 7.5mm. As long as you don't mind a cat house. I know. I know. She knows. She knows the deal.
You know, it's
the room is available.
Stayed here before.
They know the deal.
What's the number of that?
That's you're on 40. Last one. Is anyone else still out there? How y'all doing? I haven't heard much from anybody. Lennis. I know. And I said anyone else. Anyone else still out there? We got the last one coming up. ZK40.
I could probably do 10 more if you want to see.
Anybody want to do 10 more? What stone was 39? Oh, 39. I didn't say, did I? This is onyx, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Onyx. Faceted rounds in onyx, Donna. Thank you for asking. Sometimes I forget.
Because we start talking.
Yeah, I know. Susan says, I'm here, just quiet. Michelle's still here. Anna's still here. Thank you so much. Let's do 10 more. Why not? I have all night to do that shipping. Lena says, I waited 30 minutes to chat to give other people a chance. Vicky's here, says, I'm here, but I can't comment easily. Well, thank you, Vicky, for hanging out with us. I know, I wish it were easier everywhere to chat. I know sometimes YouTube, if you watch on the TV and stuff, it's not easy. You have to have like another device and...
Eventually we'll get to the point where we can have it easier.
No.
We'll get somebody develop an app for us. So
right. 8mm by 12. This is orange or red aventurine, right?
Yeah, but it's not really red.
I know they call it red aventurine, but it's always orange. And it says maybe I'll find something I can buy after payday. We get it. We appreciate it. Anytime you can.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of pressure. We put a lot of pressure on, but we try not to put a lot of pressure on. But you know, the sales goal this weekend, we did put out a little bit more pressure than I like. But
pressure selling. We don't like to do that.
You know, I don't think we were annoying.
I don't think we were annoying. We tried not to be annoying. Hopefully people didn't see it that way. It was also, it's good sometimes to do that because people who don't usually see what we do sometimes see things like that when we push more. And people who forgot about us a little bit sometimes, I don't know who could forget about us, but sometimes people forget about us and then they're like, oh, I haven't ordered from them in a while.
Yeah.
We had a few orders over this weekend that people haven't ordered in 3 or 4 years.
Well, somebody said that. They said specifically, I haven't ordered for a while. I would like to do that.
Yeah.
I just saw an email just right now pop up about somebody wanting to buy a gift certificate.
Gift card, yep. I don't know. I have to read what that's about, but they want an actual physical gift card. ZK41 coming up. One of the 40s is sold. Thank you so much. That green or red aventurine.
I love those.
Ooh, is this? This is turquoise.
Great earrings. It would go great with that turquoise.
Look at this turquoise.
We're summoning you, Charlie.
Charlie, come back.
Turquoise.
I know. Look at this turquoise. That's a. And there's a little cracked one in there, but that strand is only $14.
That's a steal.
But you can also tell because it's cracked there that it's not fake.
You see the true.
You see the true insides. But these are stabilized. Even that is stabilized over top, so it came to us cracked. That didn't just happen.
No, sometimes I miss stuff.
But look at that. That's a beautiful turquoise strand. And imagine that, like Andrew said, with that red aventurine. Like, those are just colors meant to go together.
One of my December projects.
Like, look at that.
That I'm going to try to do is raku on enamel.
Ooh.
So, I don't know. It may fail horribly. But
you're going to give it a try.
If you're interested in learning that, I can't teach that to you, but you can be there while we experiment.
ZK41 is the turquoise strand. This was ZK40. If you're interested in those leaves, we still have 2 strands of those available.
I've been researching all up and down the mountainside about different ways. And I have some pretty cool ideas, tips, and tricks that I'm going to test out and see if they work. Of course, if you're on our Patreon, you'll get...
I'm going to say, join the Patreon. Lena says, Vicky's such a talented seed beater. Happy holidays.
Oh.
ZK42. Ooh, this
Vicky
is...
so far?
This is serpentine, right?
Vicky's been one of my customers probably for 15 years.
This serpentine? This is serpentine. This one?
It's dyed agate.
Oh, dyed agate.
I call it swamp agate.
Swamp agate. We sold the turquoise, the 41. Thank you so much. Look at that. This is so pretty. There's only one of these left. We had a number of these. They were all super pretty. I love this. Like, are you into like making reptile jewelry? Because that's kind of what this looks like. That's what it always reminds me of. But I think it's so cool. Like faux reptile. So it's about 27.5 millimeters wide. 1 strand available. ZK42. Price reduced to $16. Very swampy. Don't they call it snakeskin agate sometimes? Yeah. Ooh, these are pretty. ZK43. It's another agate. Look at these. Look at how beautiful swirly these are. Gorgeous stones. There's a lot of them on here too. This is a nice big strand. ZK43. $24 for this strand. Only 1 strand left. Look at that. And these beads are approximately 15 millimeters by 30. 15 by 30 millimeters. I love this strand. ZK43. $24 only. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 beads on there. 13 beads. Vicky says, "Hi, Lennis, you're kind." Says, "Hi, Michelle." Three. Only $1 each. These are super cool cabochons. You're going to do some seed beading around them.
Or glue on bail.
Or glue on bail and make it into a pendant. These are a plastic.
Yeah, resin.
Resin. ZK44. Only $1 each. Andrew priced these at, which I think is a dang good deal. Very well detailed. They look like bone.
And like kind of like a jasper background or something.
Mm-hmm. If you told me that was hand carved bone on there, that, you know, at a distance, even not at a distance, it looks very similar. It's got a good color quality to it for that. And they're only $1 each. $1 each for cabochons, flatbacks. Let me get you, I think are they 30 by 40? 30 by 40. 30 by 40 millimeters. ZK44, 4 of them available at $1 each. Lena says those are great 70s vibe. Yeah, they are.
You can also dye them and stain them, change the color if you want to make it look a little bit.
This is an awesome strand of hematite. We just sold 2 of those cabs. We have 2 left. This is hematite faceted rounds.
This is real hematite.
This is the real deal.
Not hemalite.
No.
So it's a little bit heavier.
Yeah, these are.
So you know.
Yeah. It's a
This
heavier
like
stone.
the kind that you go and find at the black market mineral from the 90s. And you're like, oh, I have $1. I'm going to go and buy this at the jumble well of stones. Didn't you find one of your first stones was amethyst?
One of my first, that was amethyst, and it was from a collection I got from the Incline Plane in Johnstown.
See?
They had little baggies for the gift shop there, and it had amethyst, and it had clear quartz, and it had rose quartz, and they were little pebbles, and it had some other stones, but I don't remember the other ones. But I remember I loved that amethyst so much. And this is 8 millimeter faceted around true, good, real hematite faceted round beads.
You're going to go back to your full circle.
I know. I said Johnstown has really played a big part in my family. Like, we went shopping in Johnstown. Like, that was the big place when we wanted to go shopping. That's where we went. My grandparents were born there.
They're telling me a story about how they played at or your grandfather used to play at the Indian Hill place up over by.
You remember stories I never remember. These are these fish beads. This time, instead of in the tiger eye, it's in like the red tiger eye color. These are red and black.
Brownsville.
Brownstown.
What's that place up by Westmont? Is that what that's called?
Brownstown, I think. I don't know. My grandfather used to shoot pole. He was actually pretty good at it. He had his own pole stick and everything. And he used to shoot pole sometimes and play cards to try to win money so that he could buy groceries. So he had to be good at it.
I could kind of see that.
$5 only for that strand. And those little fishies are about 6 millimeters by 16. CK46. ZK47. Look at these little limes.
I think those are cute.
Super cute. 10 beads, vintage German glass Lime beads. Who doesn't like a lime? I love a lime.
I like lime.
Mm-hmm.
Very refreshing.
Refreshing. Put them in the tacos.
Not in it.
In the taco meat.
Squeeze it on top.
That's right. ZK47. $10. Don't eat the beads, but grab these limes. These are approximately vintage German 14 millimeters by about 10. One strand available. ZK47. Who likes the fruit? I know there are some of you out there that like the fruit beads to make the fruit bead necklaces and bracelets. ZK48. Ooh, is this smoky quartz?
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Check that out. Ooh, that's nice. It almost looks like it has root tiles in it. Look at that one.
Right.
It's possible that it could, right? Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Only $24?
Yeah, I marked it down.
Yeah, you did. Even that starting price of $28.
Yeah, that was on discount.
It's a discount. 16 millimeters approximately by 21.5. Yeah, look at that. Look at the root tiles in there. That's a big one right there. Look at that gold shining through. Smoky quartz, rutilated smoky quartz, ZK48. One strand only. I don't see rutilated smoky quartz very often. $49. Coming back with some more fish for you, this time in a pinky and purple color.
I love that color.
This would go good with the brown coming up.
The mocha.
The mocha. The mocha. What do they call mocha mousse? Mocha mousse. I gotta get that in my head. Mocha mousse. This pretty pink.
Yeah, I like pink and brown.
Me too. Very vintage.
Like those calico fabrics.
6 by
There's
16.
this brand called T, and they make the designer clothes for the babies.
Uh-huh.
And I used to go to the store.
Is that where you got Azalea's clothes?
When she was little.
Uh-huh.
And always very well dressed. I should have got them clothes back there. We sold them.
ZK50. We've got the golden coral strand. And look at this vibe right here. That's a whole vibe by itself. The golden coral, vintage, beautiful. Look at that. Look, super light too. These are amazingly light. $24 marked down from $32. I think this is the only strand we have of this available, at least that Andrew's parting with.
That's it.
It's a really good quality strand. ZK48 has sold. That's the smoky quartz.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. I love look at the coral texture patterns underneath that golden color.
Oh,
they're almost holographic in there.
We can do another giveaway.
We have another giveaway. So this is a nice big strand. These are, I'm just going to grab one of these to measure for you all. This is about 5 millimeters by 40. 5 by 40. They are graduated. So at the ends, they start shorter and then they get longer. So let me tell you what they're graduated to. So about 3 by 25 down to, let me find the biggest one. Let's just pick this one. Is about 7 by 40. ZK50, one strand available. Those will make some awesome earrings or pendants, or just to add length between your beads on a necklace. I don't know. Could you do it a bracelet?
I really don't know why it's the new
Kind of
map.
funky. I know. We haven't seen it. It was gone for 2 weeks. Did they come out with more than one episode?
I don't know.
ZK50, $24. All right, y'all. That's the last one. Let me flip this camera around real quick.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you all for hanging out with us.
Hopefully you all had fun.
Yeah, I know that was a little bit of a long one tonight.
We did 2 of them.
We did 2, really. Yeah, we did the first one vertical and this one horizontal. We'll see how the numbers come out on those.
We're gonna test.
We're gonna test it because it's the same night, same people watching, different things. Maybe, I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see
vertical
how it goes.
Or horizontal.
Yeah.
Who will win?
We'll see. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We're gonna go get some food and then I'm gonna do some shipping. I'm gonna continue with my shipping tonight. I have packages I promised. So thank you so much. And we will see you back here tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remember, our sale ends in approximately 58 minutes. So you can still save 20% using discount code SHOPSMALL in our online store. Help us try and get to our goal. We're pretty far away, but you never know. We could have had a $2,000 order during this live. I don't know. We could be rejoicing. Or 2 $1,000 orders.
Or 4 $500.
But you can help us get there. AllegoryGallery.com. Shop small, all one word. Save 20% off everything there. All right. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing evening. Bye, everybody.
See ya.